This video here is about stability. So we'll be doing stability twice a week. It's very similar to what we have been doing in the weight room. These exercises here I pretty much took straight from what we were gonna do in the first mesocycle here in our summer training. I got a new one in there, an elevated leg hold, which I think will be really good for joint control and for the core. So in there, it does explain, how long you're going to be doing them for, how many reps you're going to be doing. Just a reminder in the logs when you see the reps. So if it says 12 reps, that usually means that you do 6 on each side. So usually you're going to see that with these. So one leg pop downs, you're going to see 16. So you do 8 on each side. So again, with balance, just remember, really work on the foot, the movements of the foot. Remember, it's got 3 planes of movements. We're really concerned about the pronation, supination stuff. Work on big toe, baby toe, heel, that tripod of the foot. It also has in there a couple times, week 1 to 3, do this, week 4 to 6, do that. So make sure you're reading the comments in there. So this one will show more prescription in there. So how many reps you can do, because all this is pretty much body weight. How many reps, how many sets. So this will be a full prescription in there. And I think I just pretty much copied that from what we were going to be doing, and I played around with a couple of the movements just to make sure it was pretty challenging. Yeah, that's about it. So do your best. There's one called hand plank reaction drills. So that's really meant to work on our anti-extension. So that's your hips. So to just make sure, if you understand how to rotate your hips back, that you're really working on that nice flat back. So that's really an anti-extension exercise. I was really going to go through a lot of that with you in April. Unfortunately, I was unable to. So just really make sure you're pulling the ribs in when you're doing a lot of these things, right? So really pull the ribs in, pull your belly button in, get that core tight. We don't want the hips rotating forward. We don't want the belly sagging down, right? We don't want the ribs flaring out. We want all that pulled in. So if you are having any kind of like back discomfort when you're doing anything, it's usually because, I'm not prescribing here or diagnosing anything, but I'm just saying it's usually because those hips are rotated forward. All right. And when we rotate those hips back and we engage the rectus abdominis in the front there, that generally takes some of that pressure out of the back and we feel better. So just let me know if you're having any back discomfort, and I can talk to you about what we're doing and get your feedback, and maybe we can just try something and see if it goes away, that kind of stuff. So anyway, in that hand plank reaction drill, just really make sure you're focusing on the pelvic tilt. Yeah, that's about it. Just remember your pronation, supination, and remember tibia on the baby toe. And that kind of stuff. In the 6-cone reach drill, rarely remember to get deep into that reach, and then every time you touch or grab the cone, you got to stand up. So don't go down, grab the cone, and then move the cones around and then stand up. Make sure you're going down, coming up, because that's where the balance effect is happening. All right, so yeah, I think that's about it. Stability is pretty straightforward. All right, so I think those we have 5 drills on there. I think those 5 drills would be pretty handy for us. And again, it's pretty much what we were going to be doing anyway. All right. Oh, just make sure with this stuff as well too, you probably want to do it on a pretty stable surface, so you can get that foot feedback. I think, the grass, doing that on grass, probably not the best idea, because you can't really get a feel because if you're able to push into the grass. So like a nice stable surface would be good. So even, I don't think there's no, except for pop downs, I wouldn't do pop downs on cement. But the rest of them, I think you could probably do on like a cement surface, that kind of stuff. Pop downs, you might want to try to find a wood deck, so something that has a little bit of give. So a wood deck would be really good. You could do pop downs on the grass, like if that's the only option you have. It's just you're not going to get a lot of that feedback through your feet because the ground's too mushy. So it'd be essentially be doing it in like shoes. So again, a lot of these ones you want to try to do bare feet if you can, or in socks, because you're going to get that feedback from the ground, which is a big part of stability. All right, so that's your stability video. All right, have fun.